So these are the first moments of us seeing where we're gonna stay for a month.
Show them our house. Isn't that beautiful? We live there. For free. Kinda.
We'll tell you about that later. We have made it to bit 20. Welcome to our wonderful workaway that we've been here for about a month actually. We leave tomorrow. So we're pretty excited slash sad slash a bunch of feelings. I'm actually about to walk up on Andrea, who is finishing her shift. Look at this lady. What you got?
All types of dead flowers. So if you guys are down with it, let's go for a little tour of the place so we can show you a little bit of what it is, a day in the life of WORKAWAY and a day in the life of Churup Mountain Lodge.
Walking through the section of the lodge called the
Rose Garden. It's the Rose Rooms because they happen to be right next to some roses.
It's an absolutely beautiful spot, super relaxing, and it has a wonderful little aqueduct that actually runs along all of this place, and you can always hear it. It's pretty marvelous.
And it comes from all the way up in those mountains.
So we're gonna take a walk, basically from the start to where we lived for the last month. Tell me a normal day that you've experienced, because I work different jobs. She had her own jobs, and together we kind of maintained the place.
So yeah, it's a lot of maintenance. For example, as I was doing right now, I was cutting lots of dead flower heads, pulling off dry leaves, and this place, as you can see, is just surrounded by plants and flowers, so it's very important. Today the job is to dig up some holes right here on the side of the road because climate change is making our freshwater dry up, and that's how they have electricity, so they have to put in some electricity poles, which is crazy. And I got some dogs here that might not be happy that I'm talking.
Something really cool that we got to experience was actually catching a fish from one of the small little ponds.
Did you get one? Did you do it?
We're gonna catch a rainbow trout today.
How's that fishing going, baby? Were you successful?
Not yet.
All right.
But I will never surrender.
So now we're gonna head to the front ponds of the lodge and let's see if we can catch something special there. Fresh juicy worm for you.
There's a place I go to where no one knows me. It's not lonely, it's a necessary thing. It's a place I made of, find out what I'm made of.
Did you get one? Did you do it? Oh man.
Well done.
Wow, that's a big one. Oh my god. Maybe you should wait. No, you got it. Right from the anus up. All right, time to eat. The main lodge, this place is where all the clients or guests have their dinner, their breakfast, and a lot of times that's part of our job too, is that we actually go in there, we help serve the guests, we help clean up in the kitchen. It can be really fun sometimes.
It's good.
Duties in the kitchen. Ahora baila, 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 mueve el culito, mueve, mueve, mueve. Mueve el culito, mueve.
It's a lot of energy, especially in the mornings, and you get to meet people from all over the world.
This is probably one of my favorite spots of the whole place.
One of the best parts has definitely been the garden.
One of the things we did a lot of was learning how to garden. And it's gonna be obvious why, because we're gonna show you how
It's a lot of stuff.
big this garden is.
We've got things like arugula, kale. What else we got?
We have those little green pea things. We have all types of herbs, sage, mint.
We were allowed to take from these supplies and make it for our own food.
Oh, potatoes. Oh my God, I spent a whole day taking potatoes out of the ground.
It's pretty awesome.
Yes, very awesome.
So yeah, that was the garden. Hola!
That's our favorite cook, Vilma. Tomás!
Buenos dias! El mejor hombre acá.
He's the maintenance guy. He kind of knows how everything works. So I'm actually gonna dump these flowers, these dead flowers that I've been picking all day, right here. And I kind of hate this part because there's gonna be lots of flies.
This is stage 1 of a compost, which has your most kind of organic material. Then you got your other stages. Oh, and you've also got the friendly neighborhood cat. Hey, Misha.
I don't like cats.
So Workaway is basically you work 5 hours a day, 5 times a week. Generally, you get food, housing.
In this case, we've actually been really lucky where instead of food, we got a stipend. So we got to be, you know, we got to buy and cook whatever we wanted.
So this is the path into town that we have to take a community bus, which is cool.
Van, more like it.
Van.
And right there, look at this spectacular mountains. Our lodge sits right in there, basically just looking at all that.
It's pretty awesome.
It's really cool. The other great part about Workaway is that it's not a real job. It's a job for travelers.
Yeah.
And so during our time here, we've met, as Tony said earlier, other people, really awesome people that are just traveling the world. Good morning, everybody. Who's this guy?
I'm Stefan.
Stefan, who are you?
I am your boss.
Oh, snap.
And this is my boss.
If you guys can hear me, my friend or so-called boss, this bloody Brit, offered to go on a ride. Check it out. About a 10-minute ride on this cool bike. What do we got here? A Honda something? What's this? There you have it. It's pretty cool, right?
Honestly, like, the people you meet really inspire you to do things you never thought you'd do. For example, we didn't really know how amazing the hikes were around here.
At this moment, we're how high up?
3,700 meters.
Which is a lot.
Which,
But you'll start feeling it once you're up this high.
one of the people in particular kind of inspired us to just kind of put on a backpack and go into the mountains. And
Tobias.
we were, Tobias, yeah.
Such an adventure.
We were not let down. We were able to see some of the most incredible things that are very unique to this area. One in particular, Laguna Shaya.
We're going to Churup Lagoon, and I think this is probably my favorite hike ever at this point. This is so pretty. I highly recommend
Wash
it.
over me, ready to lose my feet. Take me on to the place where one review slice mystery. Steady on down the line, lose every sense of time. Take it all in and wake up that small part of me. Day to day I'm blind to see and find how far to go. Everybody got the reason, everybody got the way. We just catching and releasing what goes up throughout.
We've officially been walking for 4 hours. We still haven't made it. 1 kilometer. Remember the last time they told us 1 kilometer? Alright, let's do it, baby.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Laguna Shaya. It was quite an extensive hike, but you know, people like that are constantly coming into your path, and you're forever inspired and you just want to continue.
It's just really amazing because before Tony and I came here, I don't know about you, but I definitely had no idea about this part of Peru. Like zero. And we started looking on the WORKAWAY page just to see what kind of things we could find, and we came across this place, Huaraz, or the Huascaran National Park. And we said, this looks beautiful. Like, this just like, as you can see just now, like this is just where we live. And at our footsteps, we have gorgeous mountains behind us, and that's only like a tiny, tiny fraction of what's around us.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why WORKAWAY is so cool, because you will find out about places that you had no idea existed and that are so worthwhile that make you wonder, how is this not the norm? You know,
Why don't more people
why
do
don't
this?
more people know about this?
So at the end, really, that's what we're trying to relay and tell everyone about. Like, dude, come on, get up, go do something amazing with yourself, because it's out there. It's really easy
and it's
too.
so fun. It's so fun.
So,
We've had such a good time.
enough about that. Let's continue talking about how amazing this freaking place is. So, as we're walking to our place, you can actually hear swarms of bees because there's fresh honey on site that we're actually allowed to take part in.
And it's the most delicious honey you will ever try in your life.
You can actually smell it exactly where we're standing right now. Do you smell
I
it?
think there is. Yeah.
It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can usually hear them anyways, but there's a new queen bee.
Whoa.
And apparently they go wild when there's 2 queen bees. And we've learned,
crazy.
this is like one of the many things we've learned, that's good news, because that means they're forming a new colony. Which means, guess what? More honey.
You know how I learned that? WORKAWAY.
WORKAWAY.
It rocks. So, we're super close now to where we lived for a freaking month. Excuse me, for a month.
We've made it down the hill to our Bienvenidos. We have made it down the hill to what is a separate lodge that is where the volunteers stay.
That's us.
That is us.
Let's check it out.
So we're gonna first show you the kitchen before we move on to the bedroom. Let's show you what we get to cook in. All right, so this is our awesome kitchen. I feel like I'm on an episode of Cribs.
Ooh.
Here we have had all the supplies ever that we need. We've got the typical spices, herbs that we might need, some easy essentials like rice, flour,
Coffee.
coffee. The kitchen is also a really cool place because it's not just the kitchen. It is also our hangout spot.
They also usually conveniently provide a guitar for those of you. So yeah, pretty cool spot. Honestly, it's where you can find yourself partaking in some pretty fun stuff with other workawayers.
What a loser. But yeah, this is where we've done a little bit of our partying.
Yeah, we haven't
Or partying, whatever you want to call it. Just hanging out, getting to know the other volunteers, and really just having a good time, sharing a good time with good
true.
people.
As we proceed to our wonderful little
Here's
home.
our clothes, because we're leaving tomorrow.
That's my jacket. We're gonna kind of show you where we stayed for literally a month, and very comfortably.
So where we're walking now is actually right below the kitchen where we just were. And we are on the second floor of this awesome place, which I cannot complain about because we get the best views of socks. Just kidding. But we get the best views, and my favorite part of all this is bum-ba-da-da, the hammock. Should we go to where the magic happens?
Let's do it.
Let's show 'em. And this is the bedroom. There's Tony. Say hey, baby.
Hey guys.
And we are just in awe. We are so just amazed at how cool this place is and that we don't have to pay a single dime to work here. I mean, to live here. Just 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's all it takes. It's truly
It's a
a
dream
blessing,
come
so to
true.
speak. It's a dream.
We could not thank WORKAWAY anymore. And when you do it with a beautiful lady, even better.
I don't know who he's talking about, guys.
Oh, I forgot one thing.
There is one thing you can't forget. We got this
Hey,
guy.
little Benji. Hey.
Just kidding. He's basically the child of around here.
He's cute.
Well, we hope that
Wait.
showing you around our workaway can inspire you maybe a little bit to get out of your comfort zone a bit and get into another very comfortable zone. And next week we will be showing you a very awesome hike that we did right around here. And we'll show you how we did that and how we got past the park control for free. So tune in for that next week at bit 21.
And please, 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 feel free to subscribe. It really helps us know that people care.
No pressure though.
Not just our families. As well as, check out TongueBit if you're trying to learn English or you know someone that's trying to learn English. It is extremely helpful. Coming soon.
Anyway.